Hey everybody, this is Mike Powell here, founder of the DJ Disclosure, and in this video I'm going to talk about getting DJ gigs and basically where to start if you're a beginner bedroom DJ and you really want to go about getting your first DJ gig. It's going to be a 3-part video series just to really get you off the ground and on the right track, and hopefully some of my experiences and key points I'm going to mention will help. The first key point, and it might sound obvious, is to go out more. In order for you to understand how nightclubs work and the music industry, you really need to put yourself in the proximity of the action in order for you to change your, perception. And the reason being is because a lot of newer, younger DJs, would rather stay home and send Facebook or emails to promoters and other DJs. And the reality is that not everyone has, time to check all this sort of stuff. And not only that, it's more of a chance your emails, messages will go to the back of the queue with the other hundreds of DJs that are doing the same thing, rather than, if you were to go and show up to a nightclub and, show your face, it's a lot harder for someone to sort of ignore you or turn you down or disregard you. And, it shows that you're more willing to support a nightclub and you're more serious about the situation at hand. There's no real point locking yourself in your room, trying to produce the next hit. There's nothing wrong with that, but if it's your approach in trying to get your first gig by trying to produce the next, top 10 hit, the key is to really start small and build relationships first in the industry, because it will eventually help you, with all that sort of stuff as well. So, you don't want to get frustrated by continually locking yourself away. So the real key is to really go out that little bit more. The next key point is to really isolate the clubs that you like. So where can you really see yourself in the next year or so being involved with as a DJ or a promoter? Picking 2 or 3 nightclubs and really becoming a regular at these clubs, because you need to show your face and people need to start getting accustomed to you and see you, regularly. There could be the case where you might be able to pick 2 or 3, or there might be 2 or 3 nightclubs near you. If that's the case, me 8 years ago, I was heavily into trance music, and I lived in Frankston, and there was no trance clubs or any nightclubs of interest to me in Frankston. So I had to drive to the city by myself because my friends hated trance or weren't that much into it, and basically go by myself as a bit of a loner and just show up and support these clubs, because I just wanted to know more. I wanted to know how I could get my first gig, and basically I really wanted it bad, and it's going to really come down to how bad you want it. If you're willing to travel and go the extra mile and be uncomfortable, even if you are to go by yourself and start meeting new people, it's going to come down to that. The final key point I want to touch on is to really be seen in the scene and the right environment. So what I mean by that is become that passionate, regular music enthusiast that really just wants to see the night grow, rather than you just going there to think, what can I get out of it? If you're more inclined and genuine to see the night grow and evolve, the chances of you getting something, offered something later down the track, are going to be much more greater, because people are going to see that you're not just in it for you, and you're in it for the night and the growth. And being in the right environment as well is essential to your development as a DJ, because you need to really weigh up pros and cons of the nightclub you're interested in, because you need to be in a supportive, encouraging environment, and not in an environment that's not going to really suit your needs as a DJ. So what I mean by that is making sure there's not too much trouble and ego. It's a social environment. The music style and flow suits you as a DJ. Ideally, you can't be too picky, but it's better to think these things before just getting involved in anything just for the sake of, just a DJ gig. Think of more of the long-term benefits than the short-term. But the final thing I wanted to say is to really, by showing up and supporting nightclubs, just says more about a person's integrity in general than someone that's just willing to stay home and not show up and do the work, because people do see the minor efforts, and even though you think that people are not really noticing, everyone notices, and it just shows that you want it more. So the real key message is to really get out there and show support, and I guarantee you later down the track you'll find some support that will come your way. I can guarantee it. So if you like this video, please feel free to comment below, share it, pass it on, and in the next video I'm going to be talking about the importance of networking. So take care and goodbye.